Okay, this will be an interesting one. If we can make this one look nice, that'd be good. Let's see what we can do with it. Going to leave it on 400 for this. Let's see. Let's see what this is. What have we got? We've got here Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. So that's a production. And we've got on the back this lovely picture of one of the drag queens of that show, I presume. I've seen the movie. The movie was really interesting. Apparently Priscilla is not one of the drag queens. I heard that it's actually the bus that they ride in. Strangely enough, I learned. I'm not an expert on this shit, but I do remember going to the cinema. I think it was the cinema. Either a cinema, I can't remember. It was that long ago, folks. I mean, I must have gone sometime. I don't know whether I saw it on a video or a DVD, or whether I actually went to the cinema. I prefer cinema over play, or should I say, what do they call it? Oh, yeah, that's a bit far away. I'm going to have to push that across. Oh, theatre. I'm not a theatre person. I prefer to actually go and see a movie. I'd rather see a movie than go to the theatre. I find theatre isn't quite the same as the film, or the, should I say, it's not as good as the as seeing it at the movies or on a DVD or on YouTube, whatever. I've been around with DVDs. I've got a whole bag of them. I don't think I've got this in my collection of DVDs, however, but I did find the costumes really interesting. Very interesting, the costumes. We couldn't get rid of the writing there, unfortunately. But yeah, an interesting show. I've never been to a theatre event. I'm just not into all that improvisation they do. I prefer to watch a show that portrays things in a real sense, or special effects. I'm not a fan of cardboard cutouts and stuff like that, which I assume that's what they use to do the theatre. I don't like the fakeness and everything being on site. Has to be done on site. It's just too much. I mean, sure, I love improvisation, but not when it comes to this sort of thing. I'd rather see a real bus. You know, how can you put a bus on a stage? It's so big. How can Priscilla the bus fit on the stage? You know, so they can't make a real. I assume they don't have a real bus. So it's not really Priscilla without the bus, the real one. And how do you show a bus, let alone how do you show a bus travelling? How do you show the scenery? Oh, maybe they could have a projector showing a view out of Priscilla's window. But I don't understand it. I just don't know how they do it. Maybe I'm a bit ignorant because I've never been to a theatre production. But basically, it's not my cup of tea. I'd rather see it in the movies, or on a DVD, or YouTube, or wherever else. Maybe in even Netflix. I'm not a big fan of movies at the moment. I don't have time to sit down and watch those big long movies. I do watch a bit of YouTube. I try to keep my video views under 20 minutes or so. So I just haven't got the attention span at the moment. Anyway, it's not the greatest demo, but that looks really interesting. I think now we can call it quits.